Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Council on Literacy brings you Literacy for All with your host, Jose Cruz.
Welcome to the third segment of our show today. It's this is Thursday, October 15, 2020. We're all dealing with the current environment, as we keep saying, and there's just a number of things that a number of us are overcoming in terms of providing literacy services and library services. We have on our show today two individuals who are with the National City Public Library, Mikki Verdamo and Merv Jensen. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Very good. So glad to have you both. Let's see how we break this up a little bit. Mikki, can you? I know that you're the literacy coordinator for the National City Public Library. Tell us a little bit about what you do at the library, and I'm going to guess it's also more than literacy work.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, my name is Mikki Verdamo. I'm the literacy coordinator at National City Public Library. Of course, what we do is one-on-one tutoring in several subjects, as well as hold classes in several subjects. These classes include anything from reading and writing, as well as tutoring sessions, reading and writing, ESL, which is English as a second language, GED prep, ASVAB, which is the military entrance exam, basic computer and technology classes, citizenship classes, and even job prep. Besides that, I also do manage the volunteer program here. Mm-hmm. So all the volunteers, whether they're general volunteers or tutor volunteers. And we also do have a lot of annual events that we are heavily involved with the library.
Very good. And just one follow-up question. The services that you're providing, are they, and I know that we have circumstances right now, but typically do people receive these services in the library? And you do have a computer lab, right?
Yeah, we do have a computer lab. So all these services, in a traditional sense, before everything happened with COVID, it was in person. But since then, we have actually moved all our programs onto an online platform, which is really great. So we're able to continue servicing our learners in our community.
Very good. Now, did I read in the questionnaire that you received funding for this?
Yeah, so we are completely grant-based. So we are, based off 2 grants, we're able to have our literacy program.
Oh, good. Very good. Let's come back to you, Mikki. I don't think I've met, because Mikki, you and I have met before, right? At least once or twice.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good. Mm-hmm. And then Merv Jensen, we haven't met, have we?
No, not face-to-face, although I am familiar with you.
Very good, very good.
In your work.
And thank you, Merv. You're the senior librarian at the National City Public Library. Tell us about your work, and I guess you oversee also the education services that the library is providing.
So as a senior librarian, I oversee our reference staff. I'm also in charge of programming, database procurement, vetting the databases, and we're lately been having to wear different hats. So I've been helping out in different departments, doing work in the children's department, and also doing work with our circulation department because everything's kind of short-staffed. So everyone's having to do different duties. And so we're also in charge of, doing some outreach to different organizations, as well as bringing in guest speakers back when we were open for that. Uh-huh. And so lately we've been trying to transition over to the virtual world.
Very good. We've kind of been forced to do that, and it sounds like you've been in front of that. I need to learn more about, so we can talk to people about what's happening with your online platform. Merv, have you worked in other libraries, other communities? And I'm going to guess yes, but you tell me, and then how those might differ from where you are now in National City and the needs that this community needs.
Yes, I did start in academic libraries I've worked for my college. I've worked at Southwestern Community College Library for a bit. I was just working at National University Library, and before starting here, I was also at the Chula Vista Public Library.
Oh, okay.
So I've been here for several years.
Very good. So you've been in the community. You're familiar with the needs and such. Doing your work at Southwestern and also Chula Vista. A little bit of a difference, but and we know National City is a high need community, and it's good to have you with your experience going in and overseeing the services that you do. Merv, what brought you into library work?
I actually started in libraries as a student worker back when I was going to school at Southwestern Community College.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started working at National University and then Chula Vista. And I've always enjoyed helping patrons find the information resources that they need. Like, it's a rewarding experience for me. And so after I graduated college, I graduated with an English degree, and so I thought to myself, okay, I have two options. I can go into teaching, or I can go into library science, and I decided to pursue my master's in library and information science.
Very good, very good. I think you and I were in the same boat because I did also major in English, and I was asking myself, what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to teach. Right, and I hadn't really thought about doing that as a younger person. Mikki, what brought you into this aspect of library services, where you are directly involved with the computer lab, the literacy program, and things of that nature?
Yeah, so it's funny that you guys actually started off with English and you were thinking about teaching, because after college, I ended up actually becoming an English teacher, and I was an English teacher overseas. I had only planned to do that for 1 year, but I enjoyed the educational job so much that I ended up doing it for 5. And then upon coming back, I really did want to get involved with public service, so I did get involved, and I worked with the county for a little bit, and then I really did miss the educational aspect of work. So when I started looking into different positions where I could put my experiences together, and literacy coordinator and literacy services was really just putting those two things together in a perfect mashup. So
very good. Well, you're both, and I think you just have to have this if you get into this line of work. You both enjoy helping people. Whether it's
definitely.
Giving them information, helping them find the right book, helping them to read a book, just really, really priceless things. I'm familiar with things happening in National City, and I'm going to guess there's a tie-in here because I know what's happening at the community level to an extent with I'm trying to remember James' last name. It's escaping me. With the arts program, you guys have to know
James Halliday.
Jess, yes, I said Jess, yes, and so there's a real and it's been there a while. Even going back to, I got my start in literacy at the library at the National City Public Library 35 years ago, and
oh wow,
right, and so there was always even then. The sense that the library was, a library, a source of books, but also a place where the community convened. What's happening in that regard this day with James is doing and the library and its reputation as a community convener? Either of you?
Yeah, so with with the arts programs, we actually have had a few partnerships with them creating art with us here in the library. If you actually ever visit our literacy services, you could actually see their work up on our walls. It's really amazing work done by, I believe, middle schoolers. If you see the artwork, it just fits literacy so well. It fits the library so well and the community. I think recently one of their art projects was with in the park here in Kimball Park. They did a little mural for the graduating class of Sweetwater. It's on the amphitheater side of the park. with the arts, we're always trying to partner up with what we can. James is a really great guy where he's very open-minded and really just wants to keep giving back to the kids and the community. If you go around here in National City, you're going to see a lot of their artwork actually being portrayed in different parts of National City.
And Merv, what has been your experience in this regard, just in terms of creating that community and a comfort zone for people who might not necessarily be comfortable with the library setting?
Yeah, so usually what we try to do especially for those people who may not be familiar or comfortable with the library setting, is we try to offer programs that don't focus so much around like typical library events. And so we've had for the past several years an event we call Face Behind the Arts, where we focus on National City artists, either people who have grown up here, who work here, or who have been involved in the National City community. And so we've had award-winning artists like David Avalos come and speak. We've had works from David Baldessari, the world famous artist, contemporary artist, and we've had Memo Cavada. Rest in peace to Memo. He came here for a presentation to talk about his photography and his history here in National City. So we try to do these things that focus on National City so that our community understands everything that there has to be about the city.
Very good. Merv, we're gonna come back to you and Mikki. We're gonna go to break just about 3 minutes and pick up where we left off. You're listening to Mikki Verdamo and Merv Jensen there with the National City Public Library. This is the Literacy for All radio show.
I've heard this is like one of the best pizza spots in town.
Yes, it is.
I'll do a slice of pepperoni, slice of vegetarian.
You got it.
And I will pay for all of that in 3 days.
In 3 days? What's that mean?
Well, wait, you accept credit cards. That money's not going to hit your account for 3 days anyway.
I need my money quicker.
At Chase, we hear you. With Express Funding, card payments are in your Chase account the next business day. Go to chase.com/expressfunding. Chase for business, so you can.
Compensated participation. All businesses are subject to credit approval. Not all clients are eligible for next business day funding, and additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Donate cash, furniture, clothes, and other gently used household items to Father Joe's Villages and get a nice tax break in April. Every donation is tax deductible. Believe you can make a difference. Be Father Joe. Go to neighborhood.org or call 1-800-HOMELESS to donate today.
Life is full of misadventures, from car crashes to home fires to getting choked out on the mat. Yes, I said getting choked out because I'm Carlos Kramer, jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA and media personality, and mild-mannered insurance agent. You can follow my adventures on Kick-Ass Radio, and I can protect you from life's misadventures at Kramer Insurance. Home, auto, life, business, and workers' comp. We're at KramerINS.com, and I want you to join my world.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Too much to do? Not enough time to get it done? Call on the experts at Another 8 Hours for your business support needs. By partnering with Another 8 Hours, we allow you to focus on the more important matters, like being in front of your clients, doing what you do best, rather than being stuck at a desk poring over paperwork, rummaging through emails, returning phone calls, and struggling to get everything done by yourself. Meanwhile, your family and social life are going down the drain. Go to another8hours.com or call 8 more hours. That's 866-734-6877.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Can you imagine a world without children? A world where children don't play, or dream, or imagine?
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're working every day to find cures for diseases that strike down children. Because we can't imagine a world without children. Can you?
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. To learn how you can help, log on to our website, stjude.org.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Council on Literacy brings you Literacy for All with your host, Jose Cruz.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Jose Cruz from the San Diego Council on Literacy. You're listening to the Literacy for All radio show on WS Radio. Our guests are from the National City Public Library, Mikki Verdamo, he's the literacy coordinator, and then Merv Jensen, who's the senior librarian. Welcome back, guys. I wanted to read your mission. The library does have a mission. Recognizing the cultural, linguistic, and economic diversity of our community, the National City Public Library serves the informational, educational, social, and recreational needs of all the residents of the community. We support lifelong learning, personal enrichment, and empowerment by providing access to a variety of materials and current technology, a courteous and expert staff, and a friendly environment that contributes to the quality of life in National City. That's an outstanding mission statement. I love it. And it's quite welcoming, and it really does emphasize inclusion and such. And now, we have layers of things that are creating barriers. And so I did want to come back to either or the both of you, maybe more of a description, because people are curious about how you're overcoming limited actual access to the patrons. And so what's happening with that online platform? Just how it's being used, what it contains and such, and how people can get to it.
Yeah, so in the sense for literacy services at least, like I mentioned, we've fully transitioned our program into an online platform for now. But going forward as well, we're going to actually become a hybrid program where we'll be able to offer in-person tutoring, hopefully once everything's clear and good to go, as well as online tutoring, just because it really did open up a lot of doors for the people who were not able to meet during our office time. So it really expanded our reach of services in a sense. And the need is still there. Like, the need never stops. We would still constantly get calls for our services and asking when we'd be open. And a big challenge of that definitely was, one, getting everyone trained and on board, and then two, we realized a huge issue that we had in our community as well as, not having, let's say, the appropriate technology resources to be able to have like an online platform for them in terms of like tutoring and our classes. So we've been lucky enough to actually receive 2 grants that would help our program be able to expand our services to include certain technology resources, so we'd be able to serve our community better. And that's only the aspect of literacy services. So as the library as a whole, though, and I'll let Merv take this one, we've been able to actually, as well, move a lot of our services online and be able to provide certain things. So, Merv?
We're good.
So the library's also been forced to, because of the closure, emphasize more of our online access. And so we've had to change our library management system to better accommodate patrons who aren't able to come in. So we've opened up a request feature on our website, and we still do over-the-phone service. So if anyone has any questions, they could still give us a call. We do get a lot of calls, particularly about holding books for them. And so it's been kind of a transition, not just for us, but for the patrons, as you have to train them to understand that, this is going forth, this is how it's going to operate, is a lot of it will be online. And so we've also been acquiring new databases. Like we just acquired a database called Job Now, which has live job training and job help.
Oh.
And it also partners there's another database called Vet Now, which emphasizes help for veterans of the military. And so we're trying to focus a lot of our databases on areas that we know that the community needs, with job services, health services, and things of that nature.
Very nice. So part of the connection to the platform is probably going to be a patron calling you and asking you for a particular thing. So, as you said, hold a book for them. Maybe they want to read and write better, or a job search, something along those lines. You'll refer them to the platform, or are they mostly finding you through the website?
Usually we'll refer them to the platform, and we also encourage them to come into the library because our computer center is open, and we can, show them face-to-face with a respect to social distance. Yeah. We can show them how to access these databases, but, if they're not able to, we can offer that help over the phone as well.
So are people coming in and looking at books, or is it do you when you say databases, is this a database of the books that you have at the library? A person looks at that database, they say, I want that book, could you hold it for me? I'm going to come by and pick it up. Does it work that way?
Yes, kind of. So there is currently no browsing in the library. We're open for limited service, which just includes the computer center and pick up and drop off of books. But usually when I refer to databases, I'm referring to subscription services that we subscribe to and offer to our patrons for free. We also do have, our online catalog, but for databases and stuff, those are usually things like Job Now. We have a database called Learning Express, which emphasizes test prep and college prep and work prep, employment prep. And then there's also, we have databases for ebooks as well. And so it's been, as I mentioned, a transition for our patrons to understanding that we have all these online accesses, or online resources that they can access. And so we're trying to help them understand that. So it's been a slow process, but it has been a change. There's been a lot of positive feedback.
And I understand, and I think we all do, that there's certain things that we're having to do now that we might continue to do even after things clear up a little bit. So just another way to access the resources that libraries provide in the community. I'm just trying to think here. We have about a minute and a half. Do you use, and probably not so much now, but I'm just thinking about what are the things that you need to do your job better. So I'm going to ask, do you need volunteers?
Oh, yeah. Especially since, the Literacy Services is completely volunteer ran. We are, I do want to give a shout out to our awesome volunteers who have been, through this situation, nonstop with their efforts and trying to continue to commit to our, to our goals, and continuously trying to, tutor and help with what they can. But currently, we are limited in the number of volunteers we are able to get right now. We're able to just stick with the ones that we've had before the pandemic. And everything right now in Literacy Services is online-based. We are currently closed, so everything is being done online. And I just did want to mention, if anyone did want to ever sign up for any of our programs, you could definitely go to our website at nationalcitylibrary.org. You can see all the library programs there, as well as the literacy services programs there. You could even sign up on our online application right there on the literacy services pages. Our online application only takes about 2 minutes to fill out. And everything else is going to be done either through the phone or through email. And, we definitely are doing our best to serve the community, even though we are limited in capacity. But we are still going strong. So it is like very, 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 very good. And it feels really great that we're able to keep serving and keep up our numbers.
Good job, Mikki. That's a good close to our interview with Mikki Verdamo and Merv Jensen, National City Public Library. Thank you for your work, nationalcitylibrary.org. And let's have you guys back. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All righty. You've been listening to the Literacy for All radio show. on WS Radio, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children.
After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
In the military, things can change in an instant. Your personal life is just the same. Just like you protect our country, you want your family protected. That's why thousands of military members trust Navy Mutual Life Insurance. Navy Mutual is nonprofit, providing current and former Navy, Marine, and Coast Guard families with life insurance, no sales fees, and no military service restrictions. Protecting members on active duty and beyond. Call 1-800-628-6011, 800-628-6011, NavyMutual.org, insuring those who serve.
Nowadays, internet devices are an integral part of your home. Everyone in your family has a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Life is easier knowing that all your devices are secured and your family can surf the internet carefree. ESET Multi-Device Security Pack does just that. One license for all your devices. With ESET, it's simple to stay protected and save money. Enjoy safer technology with ESET Multi-Device Security Pack at ESET.com. That's ESET.com.
I've heard this is like one of the best pizza spots in town.
Yes, it is.
I'll do a slice of pepperoni, slice of vegetarian.
You got it.
And I will pay for all of that in 3 days.
In 3 days? What's that mean?
Well, wait, you accept credit cards. That money's not going to hit your account for 3 days anyway.
I need my money quicker.
At Chase, we hear you. With Express Funding, card payments are in your Chase account the next business day. Go to chase.com/expressfunding. Chase for business, so you can.
Compensated participation. All businesses are subject to credit approval. Not all clients are eligible for next business day funding, and additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Tired of presentations with no impact, no inspiration, and no traction? Do dull speakers have you and your team disengaged and distracted by smartphones? Christopher McAuliffe brings energy, insights, and 2 decades of experience, delivered with punch, humor, and heart. Your team will leave energized, uplifted, and with a sense of purpose. Visit ChristopherMcAuliffe.com to bring some heat to your next speaking engagement. McAuliffe. ChristopherMcAuliffe.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. MOZEguitars.com, 619-698-1185.